Hi everyone, my name is Hope. Today I want to discuss a topic that a lot of people would shy away from discussing, but it's something that is really affecting our society and affecting our families more so. So I have my guests today. I wish them to introduce themselves.
Hi everyone, my name is Martin.
Hi, I'm Sheila.
Now, so I think it's best for us to just start off. So there's this trend whereby you find that parents are having romantic relationships with their own biological children, whereby you find maybe like a father, instead of him going out and having even the mpango wa kandos, the kawaida side chicks, you find them sleeping with their own biological children. So have you guys heard of it?
Yeah, it's something that's happening and worrying at the same time.
Very true, because I believe we're all parents in this session, and it's one of those things that you think about or have heard even in the news or even see as upcoming topics in different social media pages, and you're wondering what are we leading our children to. So I think it's something worth like really deep diving into to see maybe what we can advise each other as parents or even people at large. Yeah, because we wouldn't want our children to go through it, or our children's children to go through it in our old age.
Yeah.
True, true. So have any of you heard of would any of you just give a story of what you've had that has happened before?
I'll go first. Uh, Lately, you find instead of having these paternal relationships and maternal relationships between mother-son and father-daughter, you find it's going to the extreme and having the daughters going to on holidays with their fathers, more or less of romantic relationships, mothers having the same romantic relationships with their sons. A trend that we don't know where it has come from, but something worth, as my colleague said, that it's something that we need to dive into, talk a little bit about it, see whether it can save someone's family, someone's daughter, someone's child, because as parents we feel affected because we wouldn't want this trend to be translated to schools. Later it's going to go to sibling, which in our African society, for example, is a taboo. So those stories are there in the media. There are quite a few.
Yeah, true, true. Sheila?
Yeah, we've had, we're also looking at it from mother, father, maybe mother, daughter, mother, son, father, daughter. But we're also forgetting also, like there's this, I think there's a topic that we've seen some time back about a grandfather
Yes, yes,
and
yes.
a grandchild,
Yeah.
where like you're just called, come and help me. Of course, as a grandchild, you just go help your grandfather, or in a boy's instance, their grandmother, to do something in their room. And then maybe someone just decides to, for lack of a better term, strip their clothes. And then fondling starts happening. The next thing becomes a trend. Like every holiday, maybe these children go to their grandparents. That's what they're doing, without you even realizing and thinking that you've sent them over to for holidays at their grandparents, not thinking that anything sexual could be happening amongst, you know, maybe your parents and your children. So it's quite worrying. So we don't know who to turn to at the end of the day. Yeah.
Right, I remember that story, and it's funny that the girl was, instead of her crying during her grandfather's burial, she was mourning her lover, and I'm thinking, huh, this is your grandfather, man.
Yeah, and I
So,
was like, where? No.
so yeah,
And
it's
must have been something that had been going on for a long time.
yeah, and
Yeah.
mind you, she was a okay, like the whole relationship thingy started when she was in form 2.
Yeah.
So I think as parents,
Hold up, let me ask. So from Form 2, and I'm guessing by the time the granddad was passing, this was how long?
a couple of years down the line.
So maybe
So
Form 4, maybe even into college?
yeah,
Okay, that's
One, it's okay. One, she's an underage. It all started when
She
she
was
was an
underage.
underage.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's not okay. It's really, really bad. And then the fact that
True.
now we have all of us tend to believe that maybe like a grandparent would be the safest person,
Yeah, a protector, for lack of a
yeah,
better term.
yeah, of your children. But now, hey, kama hao ndo wanakula watoto, like it's really bad, yeah.
True.
Now, what do you think maybe the society should do about it? Because now it's becoming really bad, and you see the fact that people don't want to talk about it, and even raising this topic, you normally find that people would really shy off talking
Yeah.
about it. But what do you think the society should do?
Should we first tackle it from this aspect? What has happened to lead our society or
Into
even
such.
into such? Because I think we need to understand what has led to it so that we can at least see if there are factors that maybe we can curb or, I don't know, for lack of a better term,
Yeah,
like,
I
I
think.
don't know.
I think we can start there. I can have a few pointers, especially for me, the social media has been one of the, according to me, biggest contributors, because I'll use a case scenario of our celebrities and the celeb families. You find the way they go on holiday. You know, in the African society, there are some things that you would not do that are happening in the current society. You know, there are some costumes that you should or
They're extremely revealing,
yeah,
and you have
revealing
maybe
the,
a teenage.
yeah, and you have teenagers in the house. Maybe those are the kind of clothes that you're having going out for lunch. You see, you start creating a mental picture in these children. They stop seeing you as a role model and will equate you to the other, sorry for lack of a better word, skimpily dressed girls or men out there looking for young girls. So it first starts with social media. How are we perceiving social media ourselves, and how do we as parents put ourselves in that bracket? Even there is that bit of social media, put on decent clothes,
Clothing, yeah.
don't indulge so much, limit, put boundaries when it comes to especially the things being discussed. There's a case example, a friend of mine was telling me they were having a discussion about relationships, and the teenagers were there, and they were going into details, and the parents were just chipping in as if all of them are teenagers. How do you engage in that? And these are people over 40 years old engaging in very deep details about teenagers' activities. You see, that there must be a gap somewhere.
Yeah, true. And I also think that our traditions, if for example we went back to our traditions, maybe a lot of these things would not happen. Like for example, right now you normally find a lot of young girls, the really small young girls nowadays, they feel more comfortable even engaging in discussions with their dads. You find them being super cozy, whereby maybe even a teenage would actually sit on the dad's laps, and society would think it's okay. But now, there was a time I remember my mom was talking to me about it, and she was telling me that there is a video she watched, and the dad, he wasn't a biological dad to this girl, he was a stepdad. Yeah. So it was a blended family. So this dad used to get from shower. He used to have the, what's it called, a towel.
The waist down towel.
Yes,
Basically.
and he'd have the daughter sit on his laps.
Okay, no.
So this girl, she was like, to her she was very innocent, and
Yeah.
she'd go sit on the dad's lap, only for the mom to later find out that he was sexually molesting the daughter. So every single time he'd sit on, he'd go have the daughter sit on his lap, there was something that he was doing to the daughter.
No.
So you see, with the society right now, there's so many things that we us guys want to westernize everything, and
We are not yet there.
we are not yet there. I don't
Yeah.
think mentally I'm a okay. honestly,
Essentially,
we are
not yet
not,
there.
we are not yet there.
Honestly, it's not even about being there. It's about the values that we have inside us. You see, now look at us as the grown-ups here, yeah? Picture yourself even thinking about your parents in that way. It's already
Exactly.
disgusting, you
Yeah.
know. And then, as you said, see, as you said about social media, yes, there's that moral decay, but also we need to remember, even with the children that we're bringing up, what we entertain ourselves with, somehow they always see it.
Yeah.
For some weird reason, you know, you leave your phone there for some minutes. Don't know how many photos maybe they've seen, or whatever pages that they've scrolled within your social media, or if they find you always on social media without even giving them attention, or even, you see, correcting. I remember in the case an example we're talking about our hood, where our children outside playing, they're innocently, one of the children just innocently asks the other children, it's not a real kiss, but in all honesty, how do you define a kiss? Is there a fake kiss?
There is no
And,
fake kiss and a real kiss.
real
A kiss is a kiss.
No, you know, like back then in our days, we had those games, Chamama and Chababa. You all
And
remember?
by the way, it's the same game that these children were
Yeah,
playing.
but you see, the Chabama back then was about responsibilities, who is going to fetch firewood. You know, children were more or less innocent and those kind of things, and the boundaries were there.
But you see,
Yeah.
now the difference between back then and right now is because us parents, okay, not us parents, our parents used to limit what the children would see.
exactly.
Yeah, and
As
yeah,
compared to right now, whereby if you find me at home, maybe I'm in the sitting room kissing my husband,
Yeah.
something that our parents never used to do.
Yeah.
So the children are, what's it called? They're
Trying
super
out.
exposed
Yeah.
to a lot of things.
Yeah.
So they keep on trying out different things
What
that they've seen.
that they find normal.
Yeah.
So I think maybe the best thing is the parents themselves to control what they expose to the children. Plus even limiting what our children watch. We have Wi-Fi's and internet all over our houses and our phones. It's good to have some limit. Let's not leave the society to teach our kids how to survive on their own. We be that role model of that child, because it's not all lost. It's a fraction of it that might escalate to a bigger fraction of the society. But should that start with a few, the best morals spread with to so many parents, I think it's a small problem that we're able to curb and also protect the future generation might take.
Do you guys think if parents became really close friends to their children and stop being more of career parents, whereby they're normally absent, they're
Actually,
normally
that's a
termed
term.
as absentee parents, yeah? So do you think that would actually help? Because like that, the case of the
Parents.
grandparent,
Yeah.
if the actual parents were around, then such things would
Would
not
not have
happen.
happened.
But now you normally find most parents hawako home most of the time they're normally at work doing something, or
Yeah.
you just want to live your life and forget your own children.
I think that's one of the things. As we say, okay, there's a phrase I was reading. I was seeing it on TikTok about this thing we call work-life balance. Honestly, it's not work-life balance. It's choices.
Yeah, true.
If you choose to give priority to your work and neglect this other side, unfortunately, as we're seeing now, based on what we're discussing right now, that's the aftermath of now that.
True.
So at the end of the day, yes, absenteeism and everything, it's a trigger, yes, but it's a choice as parents you have to make to build
Yeah, sure,
our
it's a
children.
choice. For sure, it's a choice.
So with that, maybe we can call it a day. Maybe we can look for some other time and still catch up in regards to the same, and also see if the society can also chip in into all this, and maybe we get a way forward, because this is eating up our society slowly. Thank you. Bye.